Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session on a Monday. I hope you're doing well. I hope y'all had a great weekend and a lovely week. We had, we had a very wet weekend, can I just tell you? So bizarre. I'm sure it's happened in my lifetime, but I can't remember a time that it's happened. But we just had, over the weekend, like a tropical system come through. The entire state of Florida was covered in rain and high winds, and yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, it's been fairly windy here the last week, but then, the rain started and not too many thunderstorms, but just a lot of rain. I haven't spoken to my aunt yet. She's like my weather woman, so she'll know how much rain every little area got. Anyhow, let's see. Not too much going on, I have to say. Last week, we pretty much stayed home. Let me think. Oh, geez. I'm just putting this on here. My little dates. And if you're wondering where I got these little bulbs, they are linked down below as a free printable. Oh, if you're wondering about this, that has to do, I'm assuming, with the new medication I'm on. I'm on oral chemotherapy. I started it at the beginning of the week, last week, and the doctor put me on a low dose at the beginning, like one pill for 2 days, then one pill in the morning and one pill at night for 2 days, and then two pills in the morning, one at night, and then the end result was supposed to be two in the morning and two at night. Excuse me. And let's see. So I got up to two in the morning and one at night, which is what I'm on now. And then Friday, I had to go to the hospital for a CT scan, and I had to go to the oncologist for lab work. It's just what I have to do. Every month I go in for bloods, and every 3 months I have I have both. I have a CAT scan or a PET scan, and I have, whatchamacallit, a brain scan. So yeah, anyway. So that's pretty much all I did last week. That's all I did. Let me think. I think if I read the report correctly, fingers crossed, I think that my scan came back clear. I'm pretty sure. I saw a lot of the word normal. Okay, so so praise the Lord for that. Let's see. Oh, I did want to say thank you so much for a couple videos back. I asked y'all to put in like where you're from, and I just find that so interesting. So thank you so much for watching from Ontario, Canada. I've been to Ontario. It's beautiful. The little part, it was Hamilton, and it's such a cute little town. And then Manitoba. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys aren't freezing. Yeah, Manitoba is to the east of Saskatchewan. So there are 10 provinces in Canada, and yeah, British Columbia is way over here. That's like where Vancouver is and stuff on the west coast, and then Alberta, and then Saskatchewan, and then Manitoba, and then I do believe Ontario's next to that. Yeah. Anyway, and then it goes on to the east. You have like Nova Scotia and all that's a different province. Anyway, this isn't like a geography lesson, but I just find it so interesting, like all these people from all around the world, and you come to my little old channel, and I just really appreciate it. And in the US, we have Wyoming and Nebraska and Washington State, which is considered the Pacific Northwest here, Georgia, Northwest Arkansas, Maine, Colorado. Yeah, so cool. We have family in Georgia. We used to have family in Colorado. I don't know if we do or not. And then also within the U.S. has territories. So we do have a viewer from Puerto Rico, which is a U.S. territory. That's so cool. And then all the way in Queensland, Australia, all across, away, all the way around the world, essentially, they are 16, Australia is 16 hours from here. So if you want to ever know the time in Australia, you go 12 hours the opposite, right? So whatever time it is now, I don't know because I don't have my watch on because of this thing. Oh, I forgot to finish telling you about that. Anyway, it's 12 hours plus 4. Okay, so you just flip flop the time. Like, say if it's 7 a.m. here, then you go 7 p.m. the next day. So 7 p.m. and then 4 more from that. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it would be 11 p.m. Okay, that's just an easy way to remember it. And I've been chatting with my dear friend Karen. We haven't chatted in so long. We both had issues over the last year, but I was so thrilled to get a text from her. Oh my goodness. Karen, if you're watching this, I love you, girl, and my prayers are with you. And yeah, so that's the only reason I know, folks, what time it is in Australia, because I chat with my dear friend Karen. And yeah, so and then of course we have viewers from the UK, which is a brilliant. And yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that's all that whoever put where they're from. So I really appreciate it. I think it's super fun knowing where everybody came from. Anyway, okay, so I started taking the medication, the oral chemotherapy, and everything was going swimmingly. Friday, I was going to come home and call my nurse, my oncology nurse, and say, Andrea, things are looking good. And when we got home and I sat on the couch, I started chilling. And then I started getting a low-grade fever. And when you're on these types of medications, and even, when you have cancer, you have to call your nurse, if you have anything above 100.4, now for me personally, I like in normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't do anything about that. Yeah, anyway, but when you're in my situation, you have to be super careful. So I was waiting for that, 100.4 to pop up, but it didn't in time to call her at the office. Okay. And I knew it was Friday, and yeah, so what would end up happening is if my temperature had reached 100.4, I would have had to call her. She would have then sent me to the hospital. However, I would have told her, no, sweetie, I don't want to go to the ER. And I had blood work in your office earlier today. So that should tell you what ends up happening is you have to go to the ER because they have to rule out anything else, make sure that it is in fact from the medication. So anyway, there's that, the skinny on that. Now, I woke up one day and my wrist was sore, and I was like, that's weird. I must have slept on it wrong. So the next day, it woke me up in the middle of the night. It was so sore. When I got up the next morning, like, I couldn't brush my teeth with this hand. I couldn't lift my coffee mug with this hand. It was so unbelievably sore, and it was sore to the touch, like right here. It was like super sore to the touch. So anyway, I have this thing on just so I don't move it around too much. It is feeling a lot better. So there's that. But other than that, yeah, I've been doing pretty well on the medication. I have stopped increasing the dosage, however, because tomorrow I am going to call the nurse and ask her, what do I do? Because I have been getting chills and starting a fever. So anyway, but good news is, like Tylenol, ibuprofen, they break it. So it's no, we're all good. We're all good. So let's just, good grief, Elizabeth. Can you ever, I mean, I don't call these things ramble sessions for nothing, folks. Okay. So this is my super cute. I love it. This December journal that, my IG friend Lila sent me, Gloomy Ruthie, on IG. And what I've done is, you guys have seen it. What I've done is I've put 4 days on each spread. Okay. And I have just lots of different flips and flaps. And this is an envelope journal, so it's made out of envelopes. I went through and slit the envelopes, either side loading or top loading. and it's worked out. It's worked out really well. So I've been working on, yeah, these pages. Oh yeah, my husband went, see, this pocket here holds 2 days. So this is the Monday the 11th. My husband had his long appointment. This is when I started my meds. That day, that's the prescription thing. We went and picked him up. And I just attached all of this with a cute little piece of fleece and with a bowl pin and called it macaroni, you know? And then this is the 12th. And what I did with this is a card that was in the book. And I just glued this on there, glued the date on there. And then this came in my book as well. And I just glued it on like this, right? So I just love interactive stuff. And then look, my poor Remy, oh my gosh, thank the Lord, he's not doing this anymore, but he was literally waking us up at like, I don't even know, like first he would wake us up at like 9 o'clock at night to go out and go poop. And then he would wake up at like midnight and go, and like my husband and I were doing like every other night. It was bad, guys. It was bad. We were like, dude, get your schedule situated so we can all sleep. So I think he's good. I think he's finally good. Let's see. So this was 9, 10, 11, 12. So I didn't have to put anything in pockets or anything like that. And then this one here, I just did this, right? So this is just a card. I put it in a side loading pocket, and this was for Wednesday the 13th. Yeah, my husband had some phone calls with doctors and whatnot. Oh, and he did go to his pain doctor on Monday, and what's happening here? Okay. He did go to his pain doctor on Monday, and they have determined that after 2 years, it's not working. Yeah. So I don't know. So they are slowly weaning him off the meds from his pump. And then I think he's going to go in and the next thing that they're going to try, I don't know, is some electrical stimulator implant or something. I don't know. So we'll see. And then I was in here yesterday working for a very little time because my wrist was hurting and writing was not a good thing. But anyway, so in here's the 14th. This was also in the book, and I took it from one of the pockets and just made a side tuck here. This is private journaling, right? And this is so simple to do, you know? I mean, I just had a little scrap on the desk of a Post-it note, so I just folded it in half. It's not even an inch, I don't think. And then put a little bit of music text or music paper, and then a little, you know, printable thing, and then wrote my information on the inside, and it's just there hanging out, right? But I like the way that you can do that, and I've done that on several, because I'm keeping track of some of my husband's stuff. So I've done it on other pages as well. Now I'm not finding any, like for reals. This might be one back here. Yeah, I had put one back there, and I just taped it on, you know. And then here I have private journaling here about my husband and private journaling here. Yeah, so then this, yeah, because my hand was hurting yesterday, I decided, you know, I could have gone all out and like, you know, really jazzed up this tag. And this tag actually is a time card from the Dollar Tree, and it's like thick, you know, thicker. It's not as thick as cardstock, but it's thicker than paper, right? Than just copy paper. So I just put a little floof on it, and there's a sweet picture of my daughter and her boyfriend, and they were at Fenway Park. They went this weekend. They went up to Boston for the weekend. So yeah, I was in here, and I was in here for a bit, and I'm thinking, you know, should I decorate this tag? I really, you know, maybe it needs to be a little more fancy, blah, blah, blah. And then I thought, you know what, Elizabeth? Oh my gosh, you do not need to spend all day in here. It's just pointless, you know, like you just don't need to do it. Plus my hand was hurting. So I thought, okay, we are just not going to do that. So what I did was I just took this stencil, right? I don't know where it's from. I have no clue. But I took this stencil and I took some archival ink on a little dauber, and that's, ow, sorry. And that's what I did. And yeah, and I think it came out fine. You know, put a little, like I said, put a little floofy on here and it's all good to go. Put a picture of my girl. Yeah, so, you know, everything doesn't have to be fancy is my point, you know. Everything does not have to be fancy. It doesn't necessarily have to be decorated to the hilt, all of that jazz, you know. It just get your memories down, you know. So I am behind because this is Friday and I have to put this little, you know, my hospital bracelet in there for my CT scan, my lab work. I don't know how I'm going to do that because this I'm using for, I mean, let me see here. This is a top loading pocket. So let me see. This is, what day was this? This was the 13th, 14th. Yeah, so I could easily do 15th and then 16th here, you know, because we didn't, yeah, Friday, Saturday was yesterday. I always film these on Sunday. So Saturday was yesterday. We did literally nothing because it was pouring rain and windy all day long because of that tropical system. But I did get pictures. Well, these can go of my daughter and her boyfriend on their trip. So I think, did they leave Thursday? Yeah, they must have left Thursday night. Is that right? I guess so. So these, I might have to do like a little tag because they went and they got like they went and got a beer flight somewhere here out and about in town and whatever. It looks to be, they had beautiful weather. They really had beautiful weather. And let's see. So that I think was all on Saturday. Saturday? No, Friday. So I might have to make like a little card or something to slip in here. I don't know. Or what I could do also is write out whatever we did on Friday. I could put the photos up here if I want to, and then, you know, write more. Or I could even just put the, you know, make it easy on myself and just post the photos right there, write a little something about it. But, and then for the 16th, for Saturday, I can just make a very simple tag and use this top loading pocket because, yeah, like I said, nothing happened yesterday. Like I literally sat on the couch the whole day. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. So then now, can I just tell you, Christmas is a week away from today. So that being said, there will not be a ramble session on Monday next week on Christmas Day. I will be with my family. So yeah, we plan on heading down to my son's house, spending Christmas with them, and my daughter as well. And yeah, we're going to be down there. Let me think. We're not leaving. Well, this week I have like a surgery thing happening on my shoulder. I don't know if I told you guys, but they found a melanoma spot on my skin. So I have to go get that taken out. I'm going to have stitches and anyway, that's my life. So no biggie. So I'll get that done. And then head down there and taking the pupper with us. And yeah, we're going to have a great time. We're only going to be there. I think we're leaving like the day after Christmas, but then I think the kids are coming back. I think the kids are coming up here for the week after Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, so that'll be fun. And yeah, so you won't know what happened until, well, that also means if Christmas is on a Monday, then that means New Year's is on a Monday. And I think my husband and I are just going to be here, and I don't think the kids are going to be here because they have their own lives, you know, and I'm sure they have something fun planned down where, you know, where they live. So for New Year's. So we'll see. I think we're just going to be by ourselves. And yeah. So let's see what else. Yeah. So I think after Christmas, I should be back to every Monday. Yeah, but this is just working out. I am loving it. I really, really am. And I can like squeeze it shut still. I don't know what'll happen like after Christmas time and stuff. But yeah, I just have to, you know, fix up a few pages here. Also, my husband got some new, or not new, he got me some boxes. We just happened to see him at Walmart the other day. And I'm going to start packing my craft room. Yes, I am. Yeah. So what I probably ought to do is pack like a to-go bag. I don't know. Anyway, we got all of our Christmas shopping done, so yay. Did you guys get your Christmas shopping done? I hope so. Yeah. And that's about it, guys. That is about it. This is a short one. I'm going to be calling my aunt here shortly. We're going to be going to open houses. I really have not been in here very much. Lately, what I've been doing is just coming in here like once a week and catching up on everything. I keep a diary, that little blue book. If you've seen it before, I don't have it in here, but it's my diary. You know, I write everything in there. I keep track of my husband's health. I keep track of my health in there, where my kids are going, where in the world are my kids, you know? I keep track of that. Like, I just write everything down. And so I always have that to reference whenever I come back in here and work on pages. So, yeah, I just come in here and I just take, you know, however long it takes to do up a few tags or whatever. And something too, I mean, again, thank you so much to Lila for, you know, sending me this book. Like, yeah, it's just, I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful because I was not even going to do a December journal. I didn't even want to make one. And then I was watching Sweet Brooke on Recreations by Brooke last night, and she's in a slump as well. So, girl, I hope you get your mojo back soon. Yeah, because I know how that feels. I mean, I've pretty much felt that all year. And so it is nice when you have like a journal that is already prepared, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it has a few little jumping off points so that you can then go in and beautiful, you know, ephemera and stickers and everything. So I don't feel like I need to take a whole bunch of time to do, you know, a bunch of stuff. And so I find that very interesting. So what I might do, I don't know, when I get, it won't be until I get back into town, but I'm probably going to continue making the envelope journals. So my plans for next year are to continue making the envelope journals. They're super simple. Yeah, I don't have to do anything, you know, fantastic or anything like that. And I don't know, what I might do is make like tucks or pockets or belly bands, you know, on each of the pages. This is just like, I'm just thinking out loud right now. But then I can use the myriad notepad papers that I have, right? To just stick in there so that I can just take notes on that and stick it in there and I don't have to, you know, worry about like decorating each page or spending a lot of time. And for those that, you know, that do spend a lot of time, because let me tell you, I could spend hours and hours and hours decorating a page, making it perfect in my eye, getting everything organized and looking fine. But yeah, you know, like if you have something that is going on in your life that where you don't have that sort of time or energy, you know, in my case, it's definitely the energy, you know, yeah, then do something more simple. You know, just do something more simple that you can just write on a piece of paper and stick in, you know. So that's why I've been loving this journal because I'm not having to spend a whole bunch of time on it, you know. So there's a little tip for you if you're getting overwhelmed, and especially during the Christmas season, you know, that it holidays can be very overwhelming for people. So yeah, if you're in that kind of situation, but you still want to keep track of what's going on, then, you know, just do something very simple, you know. It doesn't have to be all, you know, all out, you know what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying. But I want to encourage you to these are different things that you can do to make life easier on you if you still want to journal, but you don't have the time or the energy to do it. Yeah, so I do believe that that's the plan for next year, that I'm going to just make an envelope journal and then decorate the inside of it, perhaps with, like I said, little belly bands, tuck spots, pockets, things like that. And I also think that I'm not going to do a 2-page spread. I think that's another thing too. Here's my November, right? So yeah, on the November 1st, and what do you know, it's blank. Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. I know what happened. I was released from the hospital this day. So, but like in this particular book, I have a 2-page spread, and I think I'm just going to go back to the 1 page a day. Yeah, and so like I said, I'll take, like, use my stuff up that I have and make, like maybe like this right here, this right here, make a little pocket of just, these were like absolute scraps from my box. So make a simple pocket. It's not even square or anything. It's just a torn piece of paper, a fussy cut leaf, and a little blurry card that I had printed out years ago. And yeah, and then I can use my notepads, make my notes on it, call it macaroni. Then I know that my memories are down on paper, as opposed to like this kind of thing where I can spend an hour possibly decorating a 2-page spread, and then I have to still write about it. You know what I mean? So like this here, which I love, don't get me wrong, okay? I love it, but right now, life is busy, and it's going to get even busier, folks, because we're moving, we're going to be putting our house up for sale. Well, first we're getting our house painted in January, the beginning of January, but then it's going right up for sale, and hopefully it'll sell quickly. Lord willing, it'll sell quickly, and then we'll be able to, get another place. And so, yeah, it's going to be super busy. So I want to make it easy on myself. I want no stress. I just want to come in here and write out my notes and know that I got my memories down on paper. So I hope that's encouraged you. Yeah, I just need to come in here and fill out a couple of things. I can, like I said, with my wrists the way it is feeling better. Thank goodness it's not sore to the touch anymore. So that's good. Yeah, and that's what's been going on. So, okay, not as short as I thought it was going to be. That's this again. I don't call these ramble sessions for nothing. So I am loving this journal so much, and it's just been such a pleasure to work in. I would encourage you to make an envelope journal because they are super fun. They are super fun to work in. I'm really loving it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful week. And I hope things aren't too crazy for you. I wish you all that, that celebrate Christmas a very, very Merry Christmas. In my life, I celebrate the birth of Christ. And yeah, so looking forward to seeing, my beautiful family and spending time with them. And again, for those of you who, Christmas is not the best time of year, my heart goes out to you and my prayers are with you. Because I know this can be a difficult season for a lot of people. And I do believe that's it. So, Merry Christmas. I will see you before the new year, I believe. I'll see you before the new year, but no ramble session next Monday because it will be Christmas Day and I'll be with my family. So, yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful, safe, happy holiday, with your loved ones. And I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.